is on the way up to the Natural Bridge. Of course, I'm a little bit too lazy, unhealthy to do the hike. So I'll give you just a little bit of the ride up. Hope you enjoy it with me. It's 10 o'clock in the morning on Monday morning, October the 1st. It's not all about going up either. It's about looking down. Wouldn't want you to miss this. We have the creek over here. And back up to where we're going. I'm going to just let you hear the creek for a minute. I'm going to be quiet. The solitude on this ride is astronomically wonderful. We're coming up on a cliff, as you can see, or a rock. And people have left artifacts. Just want to show you that we're going to go down before we go up. I must say, this is not for the faint of heart. That's where we're going. Very peaceful, very interesting. I'm just letting you enjoy the ride with me. When you get off the chairlift, you've got two ways to go. One, you go to the overlook, which I'm standing on now, to be able to look at the bridge and see where you're going. What a beautiful area. All the way around. So now we'll make the trip back and the other way. This is the other side of the overlook, looking down into the river. I just thought that this tree roots had an interesting feature to it. Just intrigues me. This is also at the overlook. I'm now looking back where I was standing earlier. I'm on top of the Natural Bridge. So join me for a view from this side. Thought I'd give you a little taste of going down. I asked the young man at the top what the angle of this was, and he said about 60 to 70 degree drop. So I just thought I'd give you a little bit of the view going down. When it's busy, they run it at 10 miles per hour. Right now it's running 6 miles per hour. During the weekends they'll do 1,000 rides, and during the weekdays they'll do about 100 to 150 rides a day. We have awesome weather today. It's 71 degrees, breezy, and sunny. Perfect day to do a ride like this. A little piece of information. I asked him about when it was serviced. He said they check the cables every 6 months and they're replaced every 10 years. The pulleys are checked weekly. So it must be pretty safe. It's been here 51 years. It was constructed in 1967. So that's just a little bit of the history and the view. Here's another view of the personal items that I was showing coming up. People have tossed them over. So as we start approaching the exit, I'll just say it's well worth the trip, well worth the ride. Just some of the road around in the Boone National Forest. It's beautiful, but you sure have to pay attention to where you're going. This is the Nada Tunnel, 12 feet wide, 12 feet tall. Nada Tunnel, look at those cliffs. feet long. It's built by the Conservation Corps. It's pretty interesting. There's a little waterfall on the other side. Let's see if I can get a picture of that when we get to it. Look at those amazing cliffs. I'll give you a look at this spring where they've tapped right into the bedrock. And yes, it's just as good as it looks. Well, I'm at one of those places that's not on Main Street. You have to be looking for it to find it, but it's well worth the several miles into nowhere to find it. I hope I'm getting this, because I'm not tall enough, and there's a glare, so I don't know if I'm getting it or not. Hopefully I am, the history of it. At least maybe enough for you to get the idea. So this was the furnace, built in the early 1860s. Lasted for a while until they found iron ore in Birmingham, Alabama. And this gradually went away. It employed the families of 100 people up in this little neighborhood. So it's pretty interesting. It's worth the drive.